YouTube world, what's going on? Let me introduce myself. My name is Anthony. Everyone calls me Drew. Everyone calls me Drew because Andrews is my last name. But you guys can call me Drew or Anthony. It doesn't really matter. My page is going to be about my BMW. I recently bought this 2016 BMW 550i xDrive. I know, the N63 engine is not great. It has issues, I know firsthand because this is actually going to be my second 550. But before we get into that, let me go back a couple years back. So let's take it back a couple years. This 550 is probably my fifth BMW. My first BMW was a 2007 328xi. That car was my introduction to BMW. It was a great car. I loved it. One problem with it, it didn't have enough pickup for me. So after I got rid of that 2007 328, I got a 2011 335 xi xDrive. And that car was amazing. And at that point is when I realized I love BMW. So I had that car for about 2 years. I drove it to the ground. I put mods on it, exhaust, the whole cat back. I wrapped it at one point and I got rid of it. Then the next car, I upgraded it actually. The next car I had was the F30 2013 335i xDrive. That car was amazing. I love that car with all my heart. I drove that car into the ground. I put thousands of dollars into that car. Everything. Coilovers, exhaust system, tuned it, wheels, wrapped it. I did everything to that car. That was my pride and joy. Unfortunately, that car was hit on the highway by a truck. Thank God, no one was hurt. I wasn't hurt. This happened a while back. But after that car, I bought Hunker Jump pretty much. I was driving around in Infiniti 2008 coupe for a while, and that car was just to get me point A to point B. But recently I had a baby in January, so I got rid of that car and I bought another car. That car was a 4-door car because I needed to put a baby seat in. I had that car for a while, but the car was just too small. So I was like, wait a minute, let me upgrade my car. Let me go back to BMW, my love, my passion. So I went back to BMW. I did my research for a while, and I was like, you know what? I want a V8 engine car. So I ended up finding this 2013 550 out in Rhode Island. I currently live in Connecticut. The car that I found only had 70k miles on it. I was like, okay, that's not bad. Had a good price on it. I think it was like $17,500 for it, something like that. And I was like, that's fine. So I drove out to Rhode Island, which is like an hour and a half. I test drove the car. The car drove fine, had no problem. It's a BMW of Warwick, and I had it for about, let me see, a couple days, and then the first issue happened. The check engine light came on the first 4 days of having it, and then I brought it to BMW. They checked it. They said, oh yeah, you had a misfire. I was like, okay. Since it's under warranty, they fixed it. They gave it back to me. 3 days later, I had a drivetrain malfunction, and then I checked it with my scanner. It said cylinder misfire, cylinder 7 misfire. I'm like, oh great, another issue. I brought it back to BMW again. They changed all the spark plugs, everything. They changed everything, right? The next issue I had with it was the blower motor went out for the AC, and this was back in June, July, when it was getting hot, and I have a baby in the car. Next thing you know, my AC isn't working. I was like, are you kidding me? Brought it back to BMW. They was like, oh yeah, we can't fix that. That's not in the warranty contract. It's a safety issue. I have a baby in the car. I don't care. Fix it. So the manager was like, listen, he's been back here for the third time. Fix it. Don't give him no problems. Boom. They fixed it. They gave it back to me. A week later, another issue. At this point, I guess the oil was leaking into the turbo, so every time I stepped on the gas, I would get like a huge smog of blue smoke coming out of my exhaust. And that's how I knew, like, oh yeah, that's what everyone complains about with the 550. The original N63 engine, the oil leaks into the turbo. So when you step on the gas, you would get that smog, that blue smog. So at this point, the GM was like, listen, man, Drew, I'm gonna be real with you. Let me buy this car back from you, and I'm gonna put you in something. I'm gonna put you in a service vehicle for about a while until I had this other 550 coming in. I was like, you know what? Okay, fine. So he put me in a loaner for about another 3 weeks, whatever. And I loved the loaner. I had a X5. That thing was 2021, fully loaded. I loved it. I should have kept that car. But I'm not a SUV kind of guy. So 3 weeks pass. My 550 finally comes in. I was like, oh my God, this car is beautiful. He was like, the car only has 21K on it. I was like, what? 21K miles? 2016. The GM was like, all right, so pretty much the owner that had it, he never really drove it. He was like, this was his weekend car, his fun car that he liked to drive, whatever, just cruising, you know. The car was immaculate. It was in great condition. The back seat was brand new. The paint never had no paint chips on it, no swirl marks. It was beautiful as is. As the guy brought it into BMW, I was there that day. So BMW took it. They did what they had to do with it. And then the manager was like, listen, Drew, you've had a hard time. I'm gonna give you a good deal. So I did my own research with Kelly Blue Book, and they said like a 550 with like 21K pretty much could sell for what, 38, 37 fully loaded. The manager gave me way below that. So the 17 or 18 I paid for the first 550, he took that money and put it into the new car, and I put money into the new car, and boom, here it is, my 2016 550, and I love the car. It's beautiful. So I definitely changed my grille from the single spoke to the double spoke. I definitely like this look a lot better. I'm not trying to be an M5. If I wanted an M5, I probably would have saved my money and got an M5, but I actually really like the double spoke look. It's clean. And I got it in gloss black. I did it like the second day I got this car. So I definitely had to install this spoiler. It looks so dope. It's so clean. I got it in gloss black. Doesn't get better than that. I had to do the tints. I didn't do the tints, but I found a good place in Connecticut that does really great tints. And I did 20 all the way around, and my windshield 35. That came in the car are in like excellent condition. Not a scratch or a scuff anywhere around them. Like I said, the guy never drove the car, and the rims are just great condition. All of them. But I am definitely going to have to change them. I'm gonna wrap them black. I was gonna get brand new rims, but I'm just gonna save some money and just do a really good job on wrapping them. I wrap my other cars, so it's kind of tedious, but I'm just gonna get it done one of these days. I mean, I got this stuff from Super Wrap, and Super Wrap seems to be like the best quality wrap, so I'm definitely gonna use Super Wrap and wrap the wheels.